you and welcome to math. Today we're going to learn about frequency tables and histograms. Okay, so frequency tables are when we make tally marks to see how much data we have in different ranges. Okay, so right here it says the temperature, right? What is the perfect temperature? They asked the class what's their favorite temperature for getting outside, right? So we have 50 to 59. So my ranges have to be the same. They have to be the same. So if it goes 50 to 59, that means my next range is going to be 60 to 69. Right, and then my next range would be 70 to 79. And then the one after that would be 80 to 89. You guys got it. All right, so then all I want to do is figure out how many people are in each range, right? So I'm going to look at my data. Like I see, there's a 62 here. Well, that's in my 60s, right? So I'm going to make a tally mark, and I'm done with that one. 65 is also in the 60s. 80, someone likes it hot. That'd be down there. And I'm going to keep going on until I am done with all of my numbers here. 75 would be in the 70s. 55, that's like me, I like it cool. 78, 52, go there. 63, okay, when you have four tallies, remember you can make a tally mark, you go straight across like that, and that means 5. 72 would be down here. 77, we did 2 of those, cross those off. 68 and 82. Okay, so I did all of my data, right? And now I have my tally marks. So now I got to figure out my frequency. So 50 to 59, we have 2 people. 60 to 69, we have 6 people. 70 to 79, we have 4 people. And 80 to 89, we have 2 people. So that is the frequency table for this set of data. Okay, so what we're going to do is take this frequency table and we're going to turn it into a histogram. A histogram is kind of like a bar graph, but it has ranges on the bottom, and all the bars are smushed together and touching each other. All right. The ranges is your x-axis. So that's going to go on our x-axis, and our frequency is going to go on our y-axis. All right. Remember, x-axis goes left to right, like that. That's our x-axis. And our y-axis goes up and down. So this one, like going up and down like this would be our y. Okay? Let's make one together with this data. All right, so here's my histogram here. This is my graph. I'm going to turn it into a histogram. All right, so on the x-axis is going to be my ranges. All right, so my ranges, my first one was 50 to 59, right? So I'm going to write that down here, 50 to 59. 50 through 59. It'll be a little bit easier for you guys. You can use a pencil, right? And that's going to stop right there, okay? And then my next range would be 60 to 69, right? 60 through 69. And then so on. So I have my ranges on the bottom, okay, and I want to label those. So that's our temperature ranges, right? So down here, I'm going to label my x-axis as temperatures. Temperature and Fahrenheit, okay? And then on my y-axis, that is my frequency, right? So for this one, I can literally just go 1, 2, 3, count up on each line, could be a different frequency, right? So that's the number of people who said for each one, right? And I can label that as well. Maybe next time, there we go. We can say number of students. That is on my y-axis. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to make my bar. So 50 to 59, we had 2 people that like it cold, 50 to 59, right? So I'm going to make it that same color so it makes it stick out. So we had 2 people, so I'm going to make a bar for 2 people. Usually they like shade it in here to make it look like a bar. There we go. 60 to 69, we had 6 people. So a lot of people like it in the 60s. Not too hot, not too cold. Right? So I'm going to go up to 6, because we had 6 people in the 60s, and make my bar. And the same thing, I'm going to fill this in. All right, 70 to 79, we had 4 people. 4 people like it in the 70s. So let's make it the same color here. I'll go to 4, make my bar. And then 80 to 89 is the last one. And we had 2 people. So go back down to 2, make my bar. There's my bar for 80 to 89. And look at that, we made a histogram. Okay, so that's making a histogram. What we're missing, though, is we're missing a title. We're missing a title up here. So if we look up here, what was our question? Our question was a class response to the perfect temperature. Right? So we always want to put the title on. We always have to have a title. We always have to label our x-axis and our y-axis, and we always have to have a title. So our title, we could say students' favorite temperature, something like that. So I have my favorite, my title, I labeled my axis, I have everything good. There's a good histogram, okay? So what I want you guys to do is on your own, the next sheet, it says how many states have the students in Mr. Thurston's 5th period class visited. So you're gonna look through here, make your frequency table, and then you're gonna make your own histogram. Get it checked by Mr. Thurston when you're done to see if you did it correct. Go ahead, pause the video and try that. So pause the video, try and do this tally chart, this frequency chart, and make the histogram on your own. Get it checked by me when you are finished. Okay, the next important thing about histograms is you have to learn how to interpret them, how to read them, right? So let's try some of these. All right, so this gives us our histogram here. It says text messages sent, and then the frequency, right? So this is the amount of students and how many text messages they sent, and it does say in a day, each day. Right, so how many students sent between 10 and 19 text messages? So 10 and 19, I see is a range right here. So I can go up and I can see that it's between 20 and 30. So what's between 20 and 30? That would be 25. Ooh, that's way too big. Let's lower this size here. So that would be 25. So 25 students are between 10 and 19. How many students sent more than 29 text messages? All right, so more than 29. So more than 29 would be, here's 29, 20 to 29 is here. So more than 29 would be all these bars, right? So we have 50 in this one. We have 30 on this one. And we have 15 in this one. So we have to add all these up. 50 plus 30 is 80. 80 plus 15 would be 95. So 95 students sent more than 29 text messages. Which interval contained the fewest? Well, the fewest, we have two. We have these two here. This one, 50 to 59, and 0 to 9. They're on the same line. They both have 15 people in it, right? So we actually have two. We have 0 to 9, and we have 50 to 59. That's a bad symbol for an and, but that's an and symbol. 0 to 9 and 50 to 59, okay? All right, now it says what percent of the students had between 40 and 59. Okay, so 40 to 59. Let's erase this over here. So if I'm looking between 40 and 59, 40 starts here and 59 ends here. So it's these last two bars. So to find the percentage, I have to know the total amount of students and I have to know how many are in that range that we're looking for. So in 40 to 49, we have 30 people, right? So we have 30 people there. And then 50 to 59, we have 15 people. So that means 30 plus 15 is 45. So there's 45 students that are between 40 and 59. But now we got to figure out what the total is, and that's going to be the bottom of my fraction. That's going to be the denominator. Okay, so I know that's 45. Now I got to figure out the rest. So this one's got 50 in it. 45 plus 50 is 95. This one's got 45. 95 plus 45 is 140. This one's got 25. 140 plus 25 is 165. 165 plus 15 for this one would be 180. So there's 180 total students. So whenever you have to find the total, you have to find out how many are in each bar and then add them all up. So it's 45 out of 180. So for that, we can use our calculator. So I'm going to go open my Desmos calculator, and I'm going to type in 45 out of 180. And I get 0.25. So that's a decimal. To change a decimal to a percent, we have to times it by 100 because a percent means per 100. Okay, so 0.25 as a percent would be 25%. So 25% of the students text between 40 and 59 text messages a day. So 25%. Okay, so that's how we kind of break down and look at histograms. All right, it's all by ranges. The ranges have to be the same. You see 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29. They all have the same amount of numbers in the side of it. You can't go like 0 to 5 and then 6 to 22 and then 11 to 13. That makes no sense. It has to be the same amount going across, okay? So we did the part 1 here. Part 2, there's 2 questions down here. There's question 2 and question 3. I don't care which one you do, but do one of these 2 and then get it checked by Mr. Thurston when you're done, okay? So you can choose if you want to do number 2 or number 3, and you get to choose which one you want to do, but get it checked by me when you are finished. All right, that's it. If you ever need help, please ask a teacher, and I will check you next time. So what you have to do now is choose between number 2 or number 3. I don't care which one you do. You choose one, and then get it checked by me when you're done. All right, let me know if you have any questions. See you later.